Hi, I'm Araceli Renier, and I'm doing disinformation and election voting fraud for the general public. The problem with journalism. So, in our society, the need to stay connected and in the know makes it easier to spread false information. News articles, broadcast stations, and social media platforms all use things like fake news and edited photos and statements taken out of context to sway their audiences. Disinformation isn't just limited to television and phones and the people that are around us. It reaches so much farther and even goes beyond the US. It can affect what people believe to be true about our country and what we believe to be true about theirs. Autocratic countries led by Russia and China have seized on the currents of political discontent to push narratives undermining democratic governance and leadership, often by sponsoring disinformation campaigns. So, journalism for the better. Journalism also has the ability to have a positive effect on voting fraud. With all the same platforms mentioned before, they have the power to expose misleading tactics and give people factual information. Investigative reporting, unbiased, and transparency are all ways that journalism can do more good than bad when it comes to voter disinformation for the general public. Being proactive. As the general public, we have a duty to ourselves and each other to be proactive in stopping the spread of disinformation. Facebook, Twitter, and others have been making a quick buck by amplifying the same election lies and inciting the horrific January 6th insurrection, a string of deaths against poll workers, and more. This is part of a petition letter to various social media platforms from Common Cause, where they were asking platforms to be more combative against voter and election disinformation. So my solution to this would be that the general public needs to hold themselves and outside platforms accountable for the spread of election and voting fraud. One incredibly important way to do this would be by checking your sources. Never take the first thing you see at face value. Go to other platforms and sources and cross-check the information that you've seen. Duty-based ethics. So, duty-based ethics focuses on one's moral principles when decision-making. In terms of disinformation, it can make a journalist feel an obligation to be more honest and not spread false narratives. Although they're a journalist, they are one of the people as well, and their duty is to the people before it is to making their boss or their higher-ups happy. It's more important for journalists to be honest and do the right thing in terms of the people, and going based off of morality, it can be achieved through duty-based ethics. Code of ethics. Balance the public's need for information against potential harm or discomfort. Pursuit of the news is not license for arrogance or undue intrusiveness. Your duty as a journalist is to the people, and one of the main ways to do this is by minimizing harm. Based on the Code of Ethics, it doesn't just apply to criminal and feature stories. It's also important to use the same Code of Ethics in disinformation of election and voter fraud as well. And then these are my sources. Thank you.